Respected elders, ladies and gentlemen, ulama, scholars, and people of the highest caliber, allow me to greet you with the highest of greetings and the most connecting of words, and extending to you all by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We say shukran, Sheikh Ihsan Abrams, for having rendered beautiful words of Al-Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him and allow him to continue being the pioneer for the Quran scholars all around South Africa and the world at large, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, allow me to take you back to not 10 years ago, but 50, not even 50, not even 100, but over 500 years ago. Let's go back to the time when the streets of Istanbul buzzed with scholars, scribes, and students. In every corner of the city, men sat bent over parchment, carefully copying words of Quran, hadith, and poetry, line by line, with ink and patience. Then, suddenly, news arrived from Europe. Sorry, was that too loud? Then, suddenly, news arrived from Europe. A strange new invention. A machine that has the ability to copy millions of books, not within years or months, but within minutes. And at that moment, the Muslim world started to hesitate. They called it the printing press. And some people said, wow, this is something that sounds magical. And for some people, for most, it sounded like danger. What if mistakes will be copied in Al-Quran? What if unqualified people started to distribute knowledge around the world? And at that moment, while Europe raced ahead, printing millions of pages globally and spreading ideas like wildfire, the Muslim world hesitated. We remained 500 years ago with our pens and parchment. And whilst our calligraphy remained beautiful, our reach began to fade. And at that moment, that hesitation costed the Ummah years of progress. Now let's fast forward to today. Our ink has become pixels, and our parchment has turned into codes. And once again, we are faced with a new invention that stands before us. Not the printing press this time, but artificial intelligence, digital connectivity, as well as emerging technology. Now we are faced with a choice. Once again, is this something that we should fear? Is this something that we should just wait and see what happens? Or is this something that we should step forward with, guided by our deen, confident that Islam was never meant to be behind, but it was always meant to lead? Because our deen, our faith, is never against knowledge. We have built civilizations on top of it. Our Prophet Muhammad says that the ink of a scholar is more sacred than the blood of a martyr. So imagine today that ink has turned digital, so that we are able to spread truth, justice, and solutions through apps, through AI and data. And that is what Ummah Tech is all about. We are not merely gathering here just to discuss gadgets, gizmos, and look at screens. We are here to reclaim our place as leaders, as thinkers, as innovators. Because we as believers, we are not against, or we do not look at technology as a threat, but we see it as a trust, as an amana, a tool to serve humanity, to uplift the ummah, and to leave a legacy of benefit. So I invite each and every single one of you here today, ladies and gentlemen, to Ummah Tech 2025, and I ask you to be bold. I ask you to be curious. And I ask you to not have the hesitation of what we had 500 years ago. But I ask you to step forward with us today in a world where faith and technology walks side by side. I welcome you to Ummah Tech 2025, Cape Town edition. And by so doing, I'm going to call upon the stage two founders of Ummah Tech. One that has 15 years of experience in the industry, heads up ZI Labs, and also founder of Ummah Tech, communications and marketing personality. He is the one that has joined forces, Ismail Dorat, Hassanain Abdullah. I ask you to put your hands together for the two founders of Ummah Tech. They will be addressing us and opening up the conversation for today, inshallah ta'ala.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So amazing to see everybody here, alhamdulillah.
A warm welcome to one and all. Come on, guys, a round of applause. MashaAllah. So there we go, a warm welcome. We're very encouraged to see all of our participants from across South Africa. We've got people and attendees from Kabega, Johannesburg, and Cape Town. It is indeed a very heartwarming to see all of the attendees. Alhamdulillah, our inaugural conference took place in Sandton in 2024. So this is the second in our edition. And we're very pleased to see a very good turnout. Ismail, what you got to say?
Yeah, so after a little bit of AV issues, so this started as a post on LinkedIn. Hasnain responded, a few other people, Uncle Hussein is not here. And that's where usually these things stop, right? But I felt this was something really important that we needed to do. I went to London, and when October 7th happened, I saw a lot of initiatives coming out of the UK, and I was wondering why the South African tech community was not responding. And when I visited London, I realized why that was the case. The brothers were meeting on a regular basis, they had regular meetups. So when they had this crisis, they were able to galvanize and respond very quickly. So I realized the importance of having these networks that are meeting on a regular basis to build resilience in the community and drive change.
So yes, Ismail, that was the LinkedIn post that started and kick-started the Ummah Tech conference. So Ismail posted that thread in September. By the first week of November, we were able to host the inaugural Ummah Tech conference. So that is the power of your network. So if we circle back to 2008, Ismail, that's when we met at, as part of the WordPress community at WordCamp in 2008. We met in 2008, we knew each other in our network, but it was only recently that we were able to do some sort of a joint project. And you'll see that I've always been part of a national network. And there's been a national network of Muslim tech vendors. If you look at ramadan.co.za, we've always had contributing people that's been writing for these pieces. And lots of these industry events provided a means for these tech professionals to connect, do billable work, and also contribute towards projects that benefit the Ummah. So you'll never know, the person sitting next to you could be someone that could be seed funding your next project, could be a partner in your business. Alhamdulillah, Ummah Tech would like to create some sort of a platform for Muslims to connect, collaborate, and do jointly projects for the benefit of the Ummah. So welcome to Ummah Tech, where faith meets technology. A round of applause.